Good evening, and
Good
welcome
evening,
to
lad.
Friday Night Live.
Indeed, good evening, good evening, good evening.
How are we all?
Very hastily put together, considering I only got in 10 minutes ago.
Ah,
So everything's ready, luckily. I know what to put up, so yeah, everything's right. Hope everyone else is doing well, and yourself, you're recovering from your party yesterday.
yeah, I don't drink, but I didn't get back home to about 1 o'clock this morning.
Oh, I hope the
Um,
missus were all right with that.
I didn't get to sleep till after 2 o'clock, and woke up at
Oof.
5:30, so about 3 to 4 hours sleep last night.
Oh, Jesus.
So we'll
Well,
probably make it a fairly quick one tonight. Just concentrate on the latest Met Office warnings and what's happening on Sunday.
yeah, let's get on with it then, shall we? Let's get this wrapped up
Indeedy.
by 9. So we'll go straight. I'm going to go to the cold weather advice to show what the latest is from that. Then I'll go to the weather warnings and the ECM. Right.
Yeah,
So here's the
and
cold
you're
weather.
on screen.
Brilliant. Thank you. So this is the latest cold weather action. And it's saying there's 99% probability of severe cold or icy conditions, heavy snow between 9 o'clock today, which is the 16th of December, and 23:59 on Sunday, the 18th of December, in parts of England. The weather could increase the health risk of vulnerable patients and disrupt the delivery of services. This is an update to the current cold weather alert and extends the existing level 3 alert until Sunday evening, mainly for northeastern regions, so up around these parts here. Temperatures will rise earlier on Sunday in the southwest, so down here. Widely cold over the cold areas with severe frosts overnight, especially with snow cover. Rapid transition of milder conditions is expected through Sunday, Monday. Band of rain, sleet, and hill snow is expected in the far north later on Friday. So I think currently it's around here when I looked on the radar. Moving slightly south during Saturday, so it might affect these areas. We'll look at that in a minute. Moving slightly south. During this transition to milder air, a band of snow and perhaps freezing rain is expected across England away from the Far East. Perhaps heavy at times over northern hills, but readily turning to rain as the milder air feeds in, from the southwest. There's a degree of uncertainty regarding the extent of the snow or freezing rain. It should be noted that this is a relatively short, milder interlude, with the risk of cold weather returning next week, at least for northern areas. And another alert will be issued at 9 a.m. every once a day, 9 a.m. if required and not subject to amendment between standard issue time. So it will always be issued at 9 a.m. So we'll go to the weather warnings. Share this tab. There we go. And these are the latest ones. So we've got one for ice, for mostly, is this snow and ice? Yeah. So that top one is for snow and ice. So Glasgow, Edinburgh, up into the Cairngorms and the Highlands. And then there's a wider one for ice, that's the ice one. So the wider one was for snow. I do apologise. And this one is for ice, the middle one. So where it's been snowing today, it's likely to be icy conditions. Just going to quickly run through this. Where it's been raining today or snowing. Where the snow dies out, temperatures, although not quite as low as recent nights, will fall sufficiently to give widespread icy surfaces and frozen snowfall. This will lead to hazardous conditions on some roads and pavements, so it's quite likely with medium impact, low impact, obviously being overnight and mostly in the northern parts of Scotland. So look at this wider ice warning. So this is going down the west of Ireland, west of Wales across North Wales, the A55 corridor, then the M6 corridor north of Chester, up in towards Scotland. Bands of showery rain are expected to run inland tonight, turn to sleet or snow over some high ground. Surface is very cold at present, posing the possibility of ice in some areas. The likelihood of this increased in places by wash-off of salt and grit. Above 200 to 300 metres elevation, some snowfall is likely with few centimetres over Transpennine routes. So M62, A66, and routes like that. Routes that go north to east to west. That's just a little bit lower. So medium likelihood, low impact. We will go to Saturday. Much the same again. Same areas. As you can see there. Sunday, I believe there's a wider warning for snow and ice, which is mostly for the majority of Scotland away from the coast and anywhere north of Yorkshire, really, and the Derbyshire Dales, all snow and ice. Updatable area of concern further north, with areas previously covered by this warning now incorporated into a lower impact ice warning. Start time delayed, given warning area trimmed from west southwest. So that's between 7 a.m. on Sunday and 9 p.m. on Sunday. Let's have a look at the ice warning. This is probably for the freezing rain and snowfall melt as well over the areas. That's between 3 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Sunday. Period of rain and snow falling on frozen surfaces will lead to icy conditions, causing some travel disruption. Further details. Crikey, this looks like a long one. Widespread frozen surfaces, yeah, pretty much what's been in the news. Temporary accumulations of 1 to 2 centimetres at lower levels, perhaps locally 3 to 5 across the Welsh Mountains, with any snow starting to melt readily from late morning. This will melt rapidly. Snow melt may briefly add to the ice risk. In addition to the ice and snow risk, strong winds are expected, mainly over higher ground. Medium impact, low risk. Medium likelihood, low impact. So, yeah, they've moved it was a more wider snow and ice warning. They've now moved that more further north, as you can see, over the Pennines and cover most of Yorkshire, Tyneside, Hartlepool areas, County Durham, Cumbria, Northwest. Right, so with them out of the way, I'm going to quickly run on to the UKV. And as you can see, the air is still warm aloft, up at 850. And
can't see anything. We've still got the...
sorry, my bad.
There we go.
Brilliant, thank you, my bad. So yeah, as you can see, the cold air is still with us, -6, -7. We'll see the warmer air starting to move in during Saturday, really. It just lowers down a little bit, -4, -5s. And as you can see here in the southwestern corner, starting to warm up a little bit. And that heralds the arrival of the tropical air, which is coming in associated with the low. So here we go. As you can see there, this is at 6 a.m. So still -2, -3 up aloft in northern areas. So frost risk is still there, and the ice risk. And then during the day, as you can see, into southwestern areas, this is at 1 o'clock, 8 degrees up at 1,500 meters, still in the minuses, so freezing rain, I would imagine, in these areas. Then that moves in for the rest of the day, except for across northern Scotland. This is at 5 o'clock on Sunday. And as you can see, tropical air, +10s nearly there, look. +8, +9. We'll have a look at the precipitation and cloud. You can see that rain. So yeah, snowing across Scotland at the moment. Bear with. Right, so yeah, that rain moving south overnight, then running into northwestern England and across the Pennines. Could be a couple of centimetres there. Still moving south during tomorrow. That's going to be good for me. So I've got to travel tomorrow. So that rain petering out, really. Maybe coming in, maybe a bit of freezing rain across Manchester, somewhere like that.
No, I don't think it will on that. I think they're still for Saturday. It's still cold
Quite cold,
aloft.
isn't
So
it? Yeah. So I'm thinking freezing rain for more than snow. Snow's more higher up. I reckon around 200 or 300 meters.
probably just be very cold rain.
Yeah, yeah, and then it'll just instantly freeze on any untreated surfaces. And there's the rain coming in for Sunday. And as we can see, as soon as it hits that cold air away from the southwest, readily turns to snow, but not as widespread as originally thought away from the hills.
No, I think at the first, I think it's just more bound. It's on that temperature threshold. It's just on that boundary.
Yeah, if it had come in earlier, it would have been more widespread snow. But as you can see, comes in round
It's
about
very touch and go.
time on Sunday. For you, you might get a period of about an hour or two of snow around about 12 o'clock. For me, looking around about 2, but it'll be very brief. Just readily turns back to rain, perhaps freezing rain, as it said in the warnings. But in this area here is where the warmer air is. So, yeah, that moves away quite swiftly. There's a period of more persistent rain and more heavier rain coming in for Monday morning. That soon moves out of the way, and we're going to get some heavy, potentially thundery showers on Monday. I forgot to show you the temperatures for Monday. I've been hearing quite a lot about these. If you don't want to know the results, look away now, as I say. This is at, let's have a look. So this is at, I think, 1500 on, 1500 on Monday. Temperatures about 16, 17 degrees up on what they were that time last week. So
I was going to say, we've had some places, we've had lows of perhaps getting close to -10, between -5 and -10. So it's like almost a good 20-degree temperature difference in the space of
especially there
about
around
48
Inverness.
hours.
Inverness, Aberdeen. So yeah, if we go back to 48, so as you can see there, this is around about 17, 16, 15. Right. So if we go, there we go. So that's at 1500 on Sunday. As you can see, still cold, but that warm air engulfs the country really by Monday morning. So yeah, that could be freezing rain that's falling over the north on Sunday. Yeah, it's right on that threshold, isn't it? Where it could, if we go back.
It's going to be the case of literally no casting, really.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a quick look at the 850 and then. So we're looking -1, -2 over the hills. And it'll be, as you can see there, 1 or 2 aloft. So, yeah, freezing rain.
Possibly more snow than freezing rain.
Could be. So look at the.
If anything, it'll be free. If anyone that does get freezing rain is probably down along the south where you've got warm air temperatures aloft.
Yeah, he's saying 1 or 2 around the north and maybe 3 or 4 in the Midlands. Let's have a look at that again before I pass it over to you.
If freezing rain does occur, it's one of those very rare events in this country.
It is very rare.
Extremely rare.
So, like around your area, 3 or 4 where I am, 1 or 2 aloft. So, yeah, it could still be snow and sleety snow, maybe freezing rain across your area.
So it's just in that case of no casting. By the time we get to tomorrow, it could be less snow, it could be more snow. It's just really on that threshold boundary.
Yeah. I want to pass it over to you, Michael, do the GFS.
Yep. I'll go straight on to the facts chart to show you what's going on. I look like I've been downing into tequila all day, but I haven't.
You're just tired.
Aye.
I'm the same, mate. Don't worry. I've got a
So
long
this is the
day.
latest facts chart from the Met Office under high pressure, really. Got these showers to the north, which has been giving some spells of snow across the central belt. And it's this little, well, say little feature, it's down here, which will slowly make its way towards us in the next 24 to 36 hours. 48 hours, yeah. I have to think what time it was. I keep forgetting today's Saturday because I've been off work today.
48.
So there's that system there, which will give some showers from northern areas tomorrow. Plus, more likely to be snow over the high ground over the Pennines. Maybe rain at lower levels. More cold rain than anything else. And we've got that low pressure coming in closer. And begin to see the wind start to pick from the southwest. So we're losing all these northerlies and northeasterlies that we've been having recently. And it's complete reverse, really. And back into the southerlies, which you had for most of November. And all those weather fronts coming up from the south there. So if we fall this air right back, this air, oh, what are you doing here? Oh, these bleeding adverts. Hang on a second. What's it done on your screen? That's right. It stayed on there. It just knocked me into a new tab there. Let's try it again. So if we go down to the bottom, you can see this air's coming away from the Azores. So it's like tropical air really moving up. Hence why we're having this huge temperature swing. And that'll be hanging around through Monday as well, while we're still getting this southwesterly winds coming up. What happens there? Then that low pressure is still centred to the northwest of the UK, but really we're just going to concentrate mostly on Sunday, as we're again live in a couple of days' time anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a messy picture there, plenty of rain, snow, anything you could throw at us really, on strong southwesterly winds. Let's have a look at the GFS charts. The latest run from 12 o'clock today. Been a look at the 850 a lot recently. It shows you what the air is doing above. So we've still got relatively cold air above the UK at the moment. But you begin to watch this air come up from the southwest in the next 36 to 48 hours. So we kiss the blues goodbye through Saturday. Then we'll start importing these yellows across the country during Sunday.
Tropical air at that as well.
Yes.
Well past Africa.
Take this away. We'll start really mild up first, then we'll just go back to more or less normal average temperatures.
Yeah.
7s. Well, let's have a little sneaky look towards Christmas, actually. It looks like we're trying to get a northerly, but it gets incepted by that low pressure.
That's going to be a battleground.
Especially for Christmas Day itself, actually.
That could be a snowy one. It might be worthwhile putting a tenner on that. Because a lot of the models, like in the last couple of days, have been coming up with that scenario with colder air being imported.
So let's have a look at the temperatures. We'll take this through to Christmas Day, actually. I wasn't planning to do this right now, but that's actually quite interesting, really, especially Christmas.
I was having a little chat with our friend Gav over at Gav's Weather Vids.
Yeah.
And he was saying it's looking very interesting as well.
I know all week the computer models have been chopping and changing, haven't they? There's just no what's the name, like the computer models are struggling to see if the cold air will come back or not.
Yeah.
But quick look at these, the lows for tonight. Again, we're looking like a hard frost in many places. I don't think it'd be as cold as it has been recently. We've been getting like minus 10 or 11 in some places, especially in the frost hollows. But that tonight should be the last proper night of where we get these low temperatures. Maybe early on Saturday night to Sunday as this cold air says bye-bye. So let's put the maximums back on for tomorrow. God, I do sound tired.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I've got to be up early in the morning, so family do. Then
We do.
I've got a long trip on Tuesday, and then I start work on Thursday. So
I've done right before Christmas as well.
yeah,
Okay, Saturday's temperatures looking about 3s and 4s, which is like a couple of degrees higher than we've been seeing recently across much of England and Wales. It's still cold from like Lancashire northwards, really. And obviously, as the snow cover fills over Scotland, we're still looking at minus digits all day. Then as we head into Sunday, temperatures will drop first, and you begin to see the yellows appear down the far southwest as that milder air starts to move in from the south. Even by midday, surface temperatures were still looking around about freezing. So if this rain moves in, potential for some freezing rain or snow. As mentioned, it's really on that boundary level at the minute of what we could get precipitation wise. As we go through Sunday afternoon, begin to lift up those temperatures into the high single digits across the most of England and Wales, away from the north, and double digits down the far southwest and southwest of Wales. And much of Ireland as well is getting into double digits, which we haven't seen since November, really.
Yeah.
As we head through into Monday, even the early hours of Monday, what's the minimum temperature? We're looking at 6, 7, 8, 11s and 12s down the far southwest. So that's an incredibly mild start from Monday morning, considering what we've been used to recently. And as we head into Monday, we're looking at 11s and 12s, so it'll feel a lot milder. It's like someone's turning the heating on that side. So I was going to quickly run through this into Christmas week.
You was.
Carrying through this up to the 23rd, we'll slow it down for Christmas. So we've got milder air down the south there at this stage. So it's that classic battleground between the cold air to the north and mild air to the south. So we've got 11s and 12s across the south. Then from about the Midlands northwards, we're looking at mid to low single digits. What happens as we go into Christmas Eve? Stays mild across England and Wales, cold up into Scotland and Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I'm just having a look now on the ECM.
Then during Sunday, we're looking at temperatures at the stage around about the single digits. But looking at that, it will not be cold enough for snow across England and Wales. If anywhere at this stage will be for Scotland and Northern Ireland.
Yeah, just had a look at the uppers, and it's not snowy. It might be rainy, but not snowy, according to the ECM. Let me have a look at the...
So have a look at the precipitation type between that and Christmas to give an idea. So this could turn quite messy for Sunday, as mentioned. So there's the showers up in the north tomorrow, which could be wintry over high ground of Wales and Northern England. Maybe sleety to lower levels, but mostly rain. Then we can see this rain moving from the southwest, hits the cold air, turns rapidly into sleet and snow. Again, risk of some freezing rain, but we'll firm up on the details closer to the time. The milder air moves up from the southwest. Again, that's on the leading edge. It will turn to sleet and snow, especially across northern England and Scotland. And that milder air does move in. It's going to quickly shift this forward now to Christmas and Christmas time.
Mistletoe and wine.
So there we are, the 23rd of December. We've got snow across the parts of northern England, Northern Ireland. We've got that boundary between the cold air and the warm air to the south. That's given quite a prolonged snow actually for those areas.
It is.
As the wind then starts to change, excuse me a second, it's northwest northerly as we head into Christmas Day across the north.
That's where the ECM gets to, and it shows warmer air to the south and cooler air to the north.
So,
Doesn't show that
snow across northern England, that, and over the Welsh high ground over Wales.
I think this is still, what, 9 days away?
Yeah.
So,
no, I'm not going to go any further now because we just literally run away with it there.
yeah.
One thing we haven't mentioned about Sunday is the strength of the wind. So let's have a look at the wind gusts. As well as these mild air moving up from the southwest, we're going to see the wind start picking up during Saturday night into Sunday itself. So winds are light. That's picking up towards northern England, looking at that. So there won't be any risk of fog. Then you begin to see during the early hours of Sunday, the winds are freshening up from the southwest. Then through the Irish Sea, winds will be gusting to perhaps 50 to 60 mile per hour. And even through Monday, we're still looking at gusty winds up through the Irish Sea and quite gusty through much of the country, really.
Plus, as the tropical air comes in, like 13, 14 degrees in the north, 16, 17 in the south. It's just going to be ridiculously warm.
Yeah.
On Monday.
One thing I'm just going to be naughty at and have a look at is the upper airs on the 6 o'clock run, see if that had a similar thing. Let's have a quick look at that. So this one's got that low pressure as well, and that cold air trying to sneak in behind. That'd be very cold air sneaking in behind there, actually, with a minus 10 isotherm.
Real battleground, isn't there? There's like +5 across the south, and you got minus 10 across the north.
We'll go back to the 23rd. I've looked at the temperatures there, and I've got the precipitation type. Then maybe call it quits for tonight if we go live. We'll go live on Sunday. So this is the 6 o'clock run from this morning. We've got that mild air in the south. Got that colder air in the north. As we go through Sunday, we've got that colder air trying to push south.
Not really making it, is it?
But look at those cold temperatures up in Scotland, minus 11.
Boxing Day. Yeah, that's where the minus.
Let's look at the minimum temperatures on there. So actually, roughly, it's still the same, actually.
Yeah, just trickling southwards, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you'll have your minus 10s and maybe even minus 15 coming in across them parts. But Thursday looks real battleground, as you can see.
So as that rain comes from the south,
that could easily change depending on where the cold air gets to, really. And there's Sunday for Christmas Day.
Then it begins to tend to snow on its northern edge as that cold air digs in.
I'll take that. Oh, I'll definitely take that.
Wow, that'd be a good spell of snow there.
Oh, yes. For all of us, to be fair.
Yeah.
You. I mean, the Midlands don't really get it that well. Maybe does the North, to be fair. Except from, unless you're at like 200 or 300 feet, meters above sea level.
So I'm looking at the experimental snow depth then for that, because it'd be quite interesting for Boxing Day, really, if it was to come off.
So it comes right down to about 600 feet. Is it meters or feet?
I think it might be meters, so I need to have a look.
Yeah, I think it would be.
So we're good 10 centimetres there.
Mm-hmm.
To 10 centimetres, especially over higher ground, maybe 5 to 10 centimetres. Well, let's not get running away with that. Let's see what the next few
let's not
months
get too carried away. So I don't know. I'll look into that actually. So yeah, interesting weather coming up in the next few days.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at one last thing before we go. So let's have a look at the latest temperatures out there.
-7.
So +7 is that virtually down the southwest at the moment.
Yeah.
And -7. Just give me a second about to sneeze.
Suffolk. It's like it's in Essex or Suffolk, that does. It's currently, I think it's about -2 up here. Let me have a look. Have a quick look on my phone.
Let's have a look.
0. It's actually 0. It was when I was just coming in the car as well.
Yeah, -2 down Lyd Airport.
It says rain
possible. -1. Gloucestershire at 0. Birmingham Airport -4 currently.
For tomorrow,
-3.
3 on Sunday.
0. Leadcroft -1.
The other day it was saying like 9 or 10 for Sunday. It's now saying 3 degrees. So that cold air does really hold on. See, it could still not make it up the north. It could still get pushed south.
Still
have to see.
Still a lot to play for. 0 at Manchester Airport. Then this is where we got that bit of rain, sleet, and snow. So Escondale +1.
I wonder what Braemar's like.
Keswick 5.
Was it -17 the other night in Braemar?
Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest.
A couple of days back. I know
Prestwick. Aviemore +1. Altnahara -1. Let's go across into the Northern Ireland. Glen at -1. Ballyhaise at +1. Sligo at 3. Gertine at 1. Carlow -1. Let's do some Welsh ones. Cape Curig at 2. Pembrey Sands at +4. Cardinham at +1. Coldrose at 0. So come back in a couple of days' time and we'll see double digits plus on there. I think we're going to leave that as now because I'm actually getting absolutely shattered.
Any voice. So yeah, we'll leave it at that for tonight because we are both kind of shattered. It's been a long week and I've got a lot to do tomorrow and Michael's back at work tomorrow, so
I'm not.
Are you not?
I don't do weekends.
Oh, you don't. Look at you. I'll be Sunday till Wednesday, so I'm all right for the.
I break up Friday for Christmas. Then I'm not back until the New Year.
I don't. I break up on Christmas Eve night. I work up until midnight, and then.
Been there, done that for many years, working in retail.
Yep, and then I don't know when I'm back. I think I'm back on the Sunday after, and then I'm on my normal shift pattern.
I think I did before. I finished like at 6:30, 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Then back on Boxing Day morning.
I hope not. I hope I'm not. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to be back on Boxing Day because with the sales. So.
Oh yes. Right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Andy, for the thumbs up, and thank you for watching. We'll be back on Sunday night at 8:15, and we'll keep a close eye on proceedings for Sunday.
Yeah, we'll update you as we can. Right.
So it's good night from him.
A night from him as well.
Right, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.